When you first go to HighPoint, you're at the login screen. Notice we're at the IP address of this local computer. If this was configured on a server, you would point to the name address of the server, and your IT department would configure that for you. So let's go ahead and log in. And when you first come into HighPoint, you are at what we call My Desktop. At My Desktop, you have a shared or group calendar with all the events that are coming up listed below. If you go down a little further, you'll see there's some task management on the left there, and also some document workflows. So if you had tasks that were assigned by you, they would all be listed here, and tasks that you assigned someone to. Okay, so it keeps track of assigned by you and assigned to you. Same thing with document workflow. Any document that is in your workflow would appear here, whether you assigned it or it was assigned to you. And if you go back up here a little bit further, you'll see you can manage your own account here. It will also tell you what web groups that you have access to. So if I click the little plus sign, the administrators here, and as well as you, and then your web groups that you have access to. Now this person here, John Leader, has access to multiple web groups. I'm going to explain that in a moment. Okay. Now also you've got a bulletin board for public messages that the administrator can manage and do announcements and so forth. And down a little further, your newest files that have come into the document management system library. Okay. Go up to the top here and talk a little bit about web groups here. Okay, these are your web groups. I'm going to do a pull down here. You have the ability to create different projects or web groups. Each web group will have its own desktop with its own calendar, its own tasks, its own bulletin board, its own library of documents, and its own workflow. Okay, so you have the ability to segment your repository with project management by web group. Okay, some people like to just have one repository, one main repository with one calendar, one group of tasks, and as well as one library. We'll get to the library in a little bit. So, but again, this is a lot of flexibility to HighPoint. So you really need to think about the design of your HighPoint system in the very beginning. Are you going to want to have different web groups, or are you going to want to have one main repository for your accounts payable, receivable, human resource department? You have, again, a lot of flexibility in the design and layout of your HighPoint system. Okay. You also can customize the look of the desktop by just picking these up and moving them around. So again, if I wanted to just drag my calendar off to the right, I could do that. Keep my tasks over here on the left and my workflows. Again, it's all up to you. You have the complete flexibility and design. I could move my bulletin board around as well. Maybe put that up here. Okay. I could even put my library files over here as well. It's totally up to you. However you want to design the look and feel of your desktop. Okay. Now also you'll see some pull downs up here. This will take you right into the library. You can set notifications. You can go right into search and privileges if you're an administrator. Resources will take you into some calendars and different tasks. Okay. And then members. This is where you actually go to manage the members of your HighPoint system if you're an administrator. Okay. This concludes the introductory to My Desktop.